These are so good, all right? Hey lady, welcome back to your new favorite talk show, Grown Lady Chat, with me, your host, Dr. Sherunda Simone. Last episode on Monday, I told you that I really want to focus on giving you inspiration, encouragement, and motivation to start your week off. So the upcoming Monday broadcasts, those episodes are going to be focused on giving you words of encouragement and inspiration. And in today's episode, you're really going to be blessed because I heard from you and I will be sharing your advice to your younger self with the entire Grown Lady Chat community. But before I jump into today's advice and motivation for your Monday, of course, there is some housekeeping, all right? So first of all, thank you so very much for tuning in. I am so grateful that you are here, and I am excited because our community continues to grow. Ladies, we are nearing 300 ladies in Grown Lady Chat, and I couldn't do it without you, so thank you very much. All of the comments, all of the shares, all of the likes on each video and on social media, it helps to push the algorithm so that more ladies are exposed to our awesome content. So thank you very much. And of course, if it's your first time tuning in, welcome. Drop a comment, let me know where you are tuning in from and how you came to find Grown Lady Chat. We have viewers in India, Jamaica, Africa, and Canada, and of course, the United States. So we are expanding globally, and I'm so excited to see what God has in store. I do want to remind you that here on Grown Lady Chat, I do random giveaways. My way of saying thank you so much for being here. And of course, if you are a giveaway winner, you could get home decor items, makeup, skincare, beauty, faith-based resources, or personal development tools. All of these things are things that we are going to enjoy as grown ladies who are about our business, all right? So the best way for you to enter the random giveaway is to answer the question of the day. Let's keep it lighthearted and fun this week with a question that most people can answer readily. Drop in the comments and let me know, what is your favorite ice cream? To see my response, check in the comments. I'll have it pinned. If you follow Grown Lady Chat on Instagram or Facebook or even here on YouTube, then you may have seen the post where I was asking you what advice you would give to your younger self. And you ladies really showed up in the comments. And I was looking at the advice and I thought to myself, you know what? This is advice that we can use at any age, at any phase or stage of our lives. So I figured that in this episode, I would share with you some of the comments that I received. Let me know in the comments which one is most applicable to you. These are so good, all right? So the first one says, learn patience and give yourself grace and recognize the red flags in relationships. I would have been married a decade ago if I didn't waste my time with those scrubs. Be patient and follow your instincts and dreams. Oh, this one is another good one. The only person you need to please is Jesus. Spend less time pleasing others, especially yourself, and more time pleasing Him. Lady. Ooh, that was good. Sometimes we focus on being a people pleaser for others, but really we need to also make sure that we're not trying to please ourselves, our flesh. So this one hit home. And again, I think it could be applicable to all phases of our lives. Don't let anyone take away your passion. That fight you had with your mom was not that serious. Not fitting in was the best thing that happened to you. And now it's time for Dr. Sherunda Simone's random but helpful information. Lady, do you keep a journal? If you don't, you really need to. Very often we go through life and things happen and we learn lessons and we have testimonies and we have things that we want to remember and recall the details. But you know what? Sometimes we don't. That is where keeping a journal comes in. Now, I'm a paper and pen girl, but I'm also a digital lady as well. So whatever works best for you, make sure you do that. Go ahead and keep a journal. I used to think that journaling was this cumbersome task, albeit enjoyable task. But as my life got more hectic and busy, maybe you can relate, you find that you start off really strong in January and you're writing every day, January 1st, 2nd, 3rd, February hits, you haven't journaled in weeks. Well, here's the thing. When it comes to daily journaling or even weekly journaling, you can do this. Just write 1 or 2 sentences. Or even get a journal that has prompts. That has been really helpful for me as well. So I went to my local TJ Maxx and I found a journal that has just daily prompts or weekly prompts, and I can actually write in the date so I don't feel pressured or overwhelmed, and I don't beat myself up when I don't journal. But it's a good way to just take account of what is going on in your life, and that way you can look back and remember some of the details, the highs, the lows, the testimonies, the wins, and the lessons that you've learned. So let me know in the comments, do you journal? And if not, are you going to start? You're welcome. Just be kind to others. Everyone has a struggle you can't see. God's plans for you are greater than you can ever know. Lady, I declare that for you, and I want to remind myself of that as well. Don't be afraid to tell others your experiences and what you've been through. It doesn't matter if they believe it or not. Find out who you are and awaken spiritually. Don't rush life. Stop being so hard on yourself. Embrace the age you are right now. You never get to live it again. That one hit me. Once I hit the 4th floor, I started taking stock of life, and I realized that the 20s and 30s, they passed rather quickly. So this one, again, I think is so applicable. We need to embrace where we are right now and live in the moment, even as we are looking toward the future. Jesus is what you're seeking. This other stuff is going to hurt you. Yeah, this is advice for all ages. It doesn't matter where you are in life. And finally, don't worry so much about accomplishing goals by certain ages. God's timing is much better. Just last night, my mother and I were having a deep heart-to-heart conversation, and she said this to me. This wasn't her response, but she did say this to me, because we as women, because we are so focused, men too, but women, we have things like biological clocks, and we have our timelines when we're little girls, and we grow up and we think everything is going to happen in a certain time frame. And I know personally this is something that I struggle with and I'm actively working on. Let me know if you can relate in the comments. We have our goals, we have our dreams and aspirations, and we work so hard to get there. And as we accomplish the goal, we check it off. But what happens when we don't achieve the goals in that time frame? If you're like most of us, you begin to do the blame game, whether it's blaming someone else or blaming yourself, or even saying, God, are you listening? Do you still care? Yeah, I know, I've been there as well. But this last piece of advice, I think, again, it could be for any time in our lives. We need to trust God's timing. And lady, I'm speaking to myself just as much as I'm speaking to you, if not more. Alrighty, lady, that is it for today's episode. Be sure to tune in on Thursday, because we're going to have a continuation of a love story, all right, with our guest, Emily. So make sure you are tuned in for that. Thank you so very much for being here. Make sure that you meet me in the comments. We have the question of the day and also some random questions that you can answer pertaining to today's episode. So until Thursday, remember, I am Dr. Sherunda Simone, and I will either see you at the top or from the top. You decide. Bye.